Morning all, we're starting our walk today at Midgham Station. Another one, if you're lucky like I was with the last spot of the day, that's free. It's Baltic this morning, coldest day of this winter so far. So we'll see how we go. We're heading towards Newbury on the Kennet and Avon. So head south from the station, down to the water of the river stroke canal and across the swing bridge, which you can't see because I'm walking towards a really low sun because it's the middle of November. Row barges at the start of this one, walk along front of its garden, onto the towpath, and we're off. Deceptive picture, looks like the back end of autumn. Trust me, it's the start of winter. We're in low single figure temperatures. I'm going to be walking into a headwind all the way, so it's going to be Baltic. Yay! As you can see, as we start here, the path is in pretty good nick. And breeze aside, the canal is a mill pond. Well, actually, the canal's a canal, but let's not get into semantics, eh? As with all the Kennet walks, the A4 and Girt Western Chuffs are your neighbours for most of the walk, but it's still out in the country, if a little traffic noisy. Hey ho, fiddly-dee. Less than half a mile in, and we're under our second swing bridge of the day. Woolhampton obviously had a swing bridge manufacturer, and at this point you cross back over onto the north side of the canal. Second look of the day, and we're into a ubiquitous reflection on the canal shots already. And the A4 still noisily away in the background. People move out here for peace and quiet, you know. So, shortly after your third look of the day, you're up to Bridge 35. Yet another of the swing bridges of Berkshire County. Insert your music here. But you're going back to the south side of the river again. I know it's after 9, but hey. So here's a weird thing. We're a mile and a quarter in. Down the road, having started at Midgham Station, some nutter's built a bridge out of brick. What's that all about? It doesn't even spin. And we're actually at Midgham. Don't ask me why Midgham Station's in Woolhampton. I don't know. Just about 2 miles in, and Olive and Irene have kindly left her seat. Rest in peace, ladies. Unless, of course, this is Olive and Irene. So we're on the outskirts of Thatcham now, and at the lock, there's a weir. We all like a weir. Remind you that this is a shared canal stroke river and a gun emplacement. Casual reminder that during the Second World War the Kennet and Avon was a line of defence. Beyond this they shall not pass. Fortunately Johnny Sausage didn't cross the channel, and we all got away with it with Blue Murder because the Americans finally turned up. Took them a while, but they got there. Well, here we are. We made it to Thatcham, which is about the halfway point of my stroll today. You could, if you were doing this, you could knock it on the head here, because that's Thatcham railway station right there. Just got to hop over that bridge. Oh, concrete again, bless them. And you would think loads of traffic went over it. But I'm going to bang on to Newbury. So, Bridge 42 at Thatcham, and we're going north of the river again. Even north of the river again. So, here we are, north of the canal again. Heading towards Newbury from Thatcham. If you wanted to stop up in Thatcham, about 100 yards from the bridge, up on your left there's a pub. You can get a bite and a break should you wish. Other than that, it's about another 3 miles, I reckon, into the bustling heart of Newbury. The towpath itself, all the way along this section, is pretty good. It's all packed gravel, and in some places actual gravel setting concrete. Obviously we're in one of the more urban parts of the canal at this end, and it's all vaguely walkable, so it's kept in very good nick. You could get a pushchair down here. Just here it's about a yard wide. There are bits of it further back that are down to about 18 inches, so you wouldn't want something the size of your SUV to push your wee in around in, but if you've got a narrow gauge off-road stroller, you'll be fine. So as you come out of Thatcham, you move, the A4 is the other side of a load of housing, so it's quieter. So just to ruin the silence as I start taking this video, a train goes past, because Brunel's little rail line is still here, but there's never as good a time for some ubiquitous reflective shots, because you're out in the country cue Jack Hargreaves out of town music. No idea what the collective noun for Canada geese is. It's probably a nice of Canada geese. Why they're all here in the neck? Ah, big grazing over there, that's why. So, 4 miles in, and we're probably as far from the main road on the roadway as you can get at the moment. And just here, there's a bridleway that leads into Thatcham Lakes, which is a nature reserve. Bits and bobs, as you can see. Uh-oh, people. Big thanks to whoever the rubbish can belongs to, because I've just had a kingfisher fly across my nose and they're just so pretty. Coming towards Newbury now, back to spinning bridges again. This is what we want to see. This is the content you've come for, isn't it? Bridge 50, more concrete I'm afraid. Well, getting into town to be honest. And you got to go up and over and onto the south side again. Despite the war being over for 80 years, U-boats were still a problem on the Kennet and Avon canal. It's either that or Troy Tempest took a wrong turn in Stingray. So, penultimate crossing of the canal. Big clues are the big Tesco's. You've got an industrial estate on your left now. And while aeroplanes and boats may have come between us, I miss the quiet. And here we are on the final approaches into Newbury. Canal boat park, paying display, £4 an hour. Barges and narrowboats will be towed if tickets aren't displayed in the windscreen. So, for those of you insomniacs who've stayed up and watched the Newbury to Kintbury section, you'll know that this green fence coming up just under this bridge is where I started that one. So geographically this is where the two videos join up, but I'm going to potter on for a bit because I've got to walk up through the town centre to the station. And there we have it, the Victorian joy that is Newbury train station. My walk for today is done. Just catch the train back down to Midgham. Walk's been 7 miles. Bolt flat, it's on a canal path. If you've watched all the way through, you really need to get out more.